Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. And in this video, we're going to be going over how to design a personalized fitness plan. We're going to be going over a video by a guy called Magnus, basically explaining to us how he helps people design personal plans, and I'll go over some things that I do to add to whatever he has to say. So, without further ado, let's get into the video.
Okay guys, so here we are. We're going to be going over what Magnus back has to say, and I'll be giving some of my inputs.
Up everyone, today I want to teach you how to design the perfect workout program, or at least I want to let you in on my philosophy and how I am thinking when programming my own training, but also my clients' training. Before you actually start working on your programming, I want you to ask yourself a few questions. The first question you should ask yourself is, how much can you invest? Or how much time can you spend on training? You see, depending on the answer, you might want to program your training a little differently. The more time you have, the more you can actually split your training up and focus more on specific muscle groups and even specific training. On the other hand, if you don't have a whole lot of time, you might want to combine exercises and modalities and maybe even do full body workouts every single session. The second question you should ask yourself is, how much experience do I have? If you don't have a whole lot of experience working out, it's smart to consider training experience when building your program. If you're a beginner, you should probably focus a lot on basics, building a strong foundation, and good habits. If you want to be successful in your fitness journey, it's important that you come up with a plan that you can stick to and make it part of your life. So you might not want to go too extreme in the beginning or put too much pressure on yourself. It's actually better to get started, create good habits, and then you might want to ramp it up. When looking at the actual programming of your training,
I always say for beginners, try to start off 4 days a week.
What do I like to do?
With an upper body split.
What do I need? And
so they can get used to training and working out instead of going straight into the deep end and starting off on a 6-day split.
Should determine what your programming looks
like.
Do a
light 4-day split.
I took an example.
Start.
My number one, what I like to do, might be strength training. My number two, what my body needs, might be cardio. And maybe my number three is golf. That's really something I want to master or get better at. So with these 3 circles, I wanted to explain that what you like and what you need and what you want to master might be 3 different things, yes, but there's also some synergy here. My strength training will obviously make me stronger, promote longevity, and I might want to look a certain way, and that's all fair. I could also throw in exercises in my strength program that's going to help me with my golf or even my cardio. So depending on your number 1, 2, 3, there are things that you can modify within all those 3 to help the other.
This is what a week could look like. On
Day 1, strength and cardio.
If you're
Day 2, golf. Day 3,
boxing instead of that.
Cardio.
You train
4, strength and cardio.
Some boxing
Day 5,
movements
golf. And just know that I take
are synergetic, be helping you with your cardio since you're doing a lot of boxing. Boxing can work as cardio.
So let's get into how to program your workouts. In general, you want to work out all the muscles in your body, everywhere from 1 time per week up to 2 times per week. Depending on how much time you have to invest in strength training, you want to program your training a little differently. If I only had 2 days per week where I could go to the gym, I would work through the whole body every single session. One option would be to focus a little more on upper body, one session and a little more on lower body, the other session,
only for keeping the gains that you've already made, or for very, very, very beginners.
The programming could look like this. Day 1, upper body. Day 2, lower body. Day 3, upper body again. And next week, you'll just switch. So you do lower body.
The thing is that really only beginners can get gains from
or you can do a 3-split program. Day 1, where you work your lower body. And day 2, you do
even for maintenance, I'd recommend to do 3, not 2.
And day 3, you do arms and shoulders.
3-day workout
this
plan.
Programming is much more for you who wants to target each and every muscle a little harder and then let it recover. I always do cardio and core with every session that I do. It's really up to you to figure out what you like the best. I would say though, if you want to build some strength and some more muscle mass, I would probably go with option number 2, when you target every muscle a little harder and then let it rest and recover.
Although,
while
like I said,
working
2 and 3
another
day
muscle.
plans aren't
Personally,
going to
the
build you
way
much
I
muscle for
program
the
my
long
strength
term.
training is that I do a
Better to do
4-day split. So on day
4
one,
day,
I do
even for
legs.
pretty long
Day
term,
two,
will
I
lead
do
to
chest
gains.
and front side shoulder.
The
On day
best
three, I
one
do
is
back
6 day
and
split.
outside and backside shoulders. And on day 4,
Studies
I
have
do
shown.
arms, bicep and tricep. I also do high intensity interval training and core with every single session. In all honesty, there's many different ways you can
See, this guy's
program
made
your
pretty good
training.
gains, and this
What
guy,
I just told you
you
is
see
not the only
bicep
way.
raise and
There's
stuff.
a
This
lot
guy,
of good options.
it does a
The
4 day
most
split.
important
Do a
thing
4 day
is
split
to
long enough, you
show
can
up,
get
hold
about
yourself
80-90% of the gains
do
of a
this
6 day
week by
split.
week and make it a part of your life.
5 day
One
split's
thing
better
that I
than
do
4 day
think is
splits.
important though is to
It's the
know
best.
why. Why am I doing this program? Why am I doing back the day before I do arms?
Yeah.
Why am I doing this exercise before I do that exercise? To elaborate on that and explain a little more, let's have a look at my 4-split program that I do myself. I do legs on day 1, chest, front side, shoulder on day 2, outside and backside shoulders on day 3, and then I do bicep, tricep on day 4. I do core and cardio every single session. And I switch it up, obviously. There's different core muscles, so I work different core muscles every single day. There's obliques, the transverse muscle, the straight abdominis, the 6-pack. So I make sure to switch that up every single session. But for example, I love to start my week with
how different
legs.
muscles,
The
you
reason
can
for
train
that
different
is
muscle
probably
groups,
the hardest
same
session
muscle
for me.
groups,
It's the
different
biggest muscle
workouts.
group. I have the most
Some
energy.
people get
Another
tired of
thing
doing the
that I
same
do is I do
workout
chest
personally.
and I do
I prefer to
back
just do the same thing
before
over
I
and
do
over and
arms.
over and over
The
and get better
reason
at it.
behind that
Some people
is
get tired of
I don't
that.
want to
So
do arms
it's good
the day
to
before I
learn
do
how
chest
different
or back.
muscles grow.
Because when I'm pushing and pulling, my arms are participating. If I smoke my arms the day before I do a pull day, I'm not going to get the most out of pull day. So
Very
I like
true.
to do arms the day after I do chest and back. And I love doing arms right before I do legs. Because I might take a day off after my day 4 when I do arms, or I might go straight into my day 1 again, which is legs. So that gives me time to recover my arms on leg day before I go back to do
you
chest.
have to rotate
There's a
it.
reason why I do certain muscle
can't be
groups
doing
on
the
certain
same
days.
it's
It could also
periodization.
be
If you
that I
guys saw
want
my
to
other video on
prioritize
that,
a certain muscle
You
group
can't
to
be
make it develop more.
constantly hitting the same
That's
one.
the
You need to
reason why I put
organize.
it, in the
workout
beginning of the
routine.
week, or I might even put it in twice a week. I just wanted to show you what a 2 or 3 or 4-split program could look like. I would also say that the bigger the muscle group, the more exercises I do for that muscle group. I also like to train
More
a certain
volume
muscle
it
in
is,
different
but that also
intervals
works
and
in
in
reverse,
different
where the
ranges.
smaller the muscle,
So instead of
the
doing
less
bench
typically
press
want to hit
8
it.
sets, I might switch
Like your
it
neck
up with
muscles
a
and your
fly,
rear delts.
straight
You don't want to be
press,
hitting those
and an
too hard.
incline press, just to get strong in different intervals, and also to use different synergists. You see, you have an agonist, you have an antagonist, and synergist. Agonist is the muscle you want to work. Antagonist, it's the opposite. Synergists are muscles that are helping that movement. So by switching
I don't know what
exercises for a
muscles
certain
stop you
muscle,
from doing
you
a
might
certain
also
movement.
switch synergists.
But
it's also just to get stronger in different ranges and in different intervals and movements. If you still feel like you need help with programming,
this guy still
check
has,
this out.
from what I
To wrap
say,
things
and
up,
that's
I just want to say that
overcomplicating.
training is
From
just
what
part
I
of it.
said,
Nutrition
what I would
is
say, this guy's
equally as
pretty good on
important.
it.
So to learn more about nutrition,
And I
go
really
and
like
check out
his
my other
4-day
videos. Do not forget to hit that like button.
his 4-day workout routine. It makes sense. Then the way he rotates his splits also makes sense. So in general, I'd say most of this information is very, very good. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye bye.